In order to register for an AP course, you need first to pick up a registration form from either the Student Services Office or from your teacher after you watch this video. The first page of the AP registration form asks you a couple of different questions. First, you must circle the AP course that you are interested in for the 2013-2014 school year. You must also complete one of these forms for each course you are interested in taking. Then you must sign saying that you understand the commitments that it will take on your part to take and participate in an AP course, and also have a parent and guardian sign this form as well. Finally, we need to collect a little bit of information from you. We would like to know the score of your latest Plan Explore test in the subject area in which you are interested in taking an AP course, and your latest course grade in that subject area. Also, we are asking that you list the teacher who knows your academic strengths best. On the back side of the AP teacher course recommendation form is a rating that needs to be completed by the most current teacher you have had in the same subject area for which you are applying to take an AP course. This must be completed by the teacher and signed and submitted to Student Services by Friday, February 1st, 2013 in order to be considered to be registered for an AP course. If you have any questions about AP registration, please see Mrs. Hanson, Ms. Wren, Ms. Thornburg, or Mr. Wadvogel. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Mr. Beth. I teach both AP Calculus and AP Statistics here at Baraboo High School. While they're a little bit different in what is covered in both of the courses, both their expectations are the same. There's going to be a lot of outside work, a lot of independent critical thinking, and especially in AP Statistics, a little bit of writing and analysis on what you do. They both have the same benefits of taking an AP course. It's imperative that you get a good understanding of what's going on in pre-calculus and the basics of just mathematics in general, because as far as what we cover in AP Calculus, we covered a lot of the material that is an expansion on what we did in pre-calc and Algebra 2. You're expected to understand things like your trigonometric functions, transformation of functions, and then we get talking about limits, we start talking about derivatives, rates of change, and integrals, accumulation. So there's a lot of new abstract material presented that requires the students in there to have a good, firm understanding of the mathematics before it. AP Statistics is the class that I like to refer to as the most useful of the math courses, because we're surrounded by data all the time, and this gives us as students the opportunity to learn to think critically about the numbers that were presented, what they actually mean, how they were created, and really get to understand everything that we see on TV with surveys, polling data, and be able to create our own experiments in a true, random and authentic way.
My name is Mr. Lotzi, and I am the AP Physics teacher here at Baraboo High School. AP Physics takes calculus and physics and blends it together to learn how the mechanical world works. So in our class we study the motion of objects, gravity, and all of the fun and interesting things that help make the world the way it is. Expectations for the course involve lots of study time, as well as a little bit of summer homework. And the biggest challenge is that you're going to be faced with things that you've never seen before, and it's going to take time to figure out. It's not going to be that instant click. But I can guarantee you that once you figure it out, it's a very rewarding experience.
My name is Mrs. Gillick. I teach AP Biology. This is Victoria.
Hi.
We're here to talk a little bit about what goes on in AP Biology and encourage you to sign up for AP Biology for next year. Things that are covered in AP Bio, we talk about evolution and how it's intertwined throughout all of life science. We talk a little bit about ecology, as well as DNA and genetics. We talk about photosynthesis and cellular respiration. So basically the big ideas that you hear about in biology, but we talk about them in much greater detail in AP Bio. Expectations of the course, you will have a summer assignment to complete before you enter AP Bio in the fall. Other things, you'll be required to do weekly readings, most likely a chapter or so a week, and also watching video lectures online. So not all of the lectures will be done in class. A lot of that will be done outside of class, and then you'll come to class and practice that knowledge that you learned outside. Inquiry-based labs is another thing that you'll take part in AP Bio. So basically you'll be creating your own procedures, identifying your own variables, running your experiment, and collecting your own data. So that's a big push for AP Bio as well. Victoria?
Okay, and I am in AP Bio along with AP Calc and AP Psych, and I chose to take AP courses because it helps prep you for college, and it also looks really great on your transcript. And I really like AP Bio because it helps challenge me in the science department, and it helps you get to know more about cells and how organisms work and structures of life. And there's a lot of like lab stuff that's really hands-on, and a lot of like lectures and stuff. It's just really a cool class. Anyone who's really interested in science or biology, it's a great class to take.
I'm Mr. Hansen. I teach AP Chemistry. AP Chem is going to expand upon a lot of the concepts covered in first year chemistry. It's going to dig in deeper on thermodynamics and controlling complex chemical systems, and really develop an understanding or an ability to solve complex chemical equations and control reactions that is equivalent to what you would see in a first-year college chemistry course. The course itself is going to be fairly rigorous, with a lot of lab work and a lot of problem solving embedded in class itself.
I'm Mr. Haslai, and I currently teach AP Literature. It's a course that requires you to read in a much different way than most students are used to. You have to look beyond the plot. It requires a lot of detail, a lot of time. The biggest thing I would stress if you're considering AP Lit is that you have the time to truly do the reading and the interest. We have a lot of courses in English that you can take that prepare you for college besides AP, but this particular course is for people that really have an interest in learning literary criticism, in studying both classic and modern literature. There's a fair amount of writing and analysis. We annotate books, you purchase the books, and you write in them extensively, all with actually gaining a better understanding of the craft of writing literature. Biggest expectation is the time commitment. I'm always concerned when students come into the course and say, well, I'm not really a reader. And I want to ask them, then why in the world would you take advanced literature? So that's the first question you need to ask yourself is, do I really want to read a book? And one book in particular we read twice. A fair amount of writing, lots of good discussion, and I try to keep it interesting, but there is no getting around the commitment to read. Basically 5 novels, and numerous other things, as well as some things that you do on your own by choice.
Hello, my name is Mrs. Crammond. I am the teacher for AP Psychology here at Baraboo High School. Some of the things we cover in psychology is information about the brain and different types of learning, sensation and perception, disorders and treatment, some information about dreams, and lots of other topics that we cover. Some of the expectations for the course is a year-long course, so you'll have it first semester and second semester with an AP College Board exam in May. There is some outside work as far as study guides, readings, outside activities that you will have to do, major projects for each unit. So not only is there in-class time that you'll need to apply to the course, but also some outside things that you'll need to do.
My name is Mr. Spagnolo. I am the AP Language and Composition teacher here at Baraboo High School. And the course itself is a year-long course, generally reserved for the seniors who have gone through American Lit and Composition. That said, we do have some sophomores or some juniors in the course. Basically, we spend the first part of the year talking about political speeches. We analyze the language that is used, how they manipulate it. We also read Shakespeare. We read Julius Caesar, which is a wonderful play that really talks about how language has been used, I mean, even back then.